Yeah! The sword's tip paints a straight line of silver. Hien, the sword I wield, is a blade of superlative quality, an heirloom passed down in my family. I bear the weight of its long history. I return Hien to its sheath and let out a breath. My swings are starting to feel lackluster. My endless training is beginning to tire me. I cannot afford to cut corners in dealing with a bijou. However, pushing myself when I'm not at my best will avail me nothing. Indeed, it will only cause harm. I return to the ninja room and sit quietly. I focus on settling my thoughts and breathing, then see to maintaining Hien. I lay Hien down and bow before it, then undo the rivet on the hilt to remove the hilt itself. I use paper and wipe the blade clean of oil and dirt a dozen times, then I powder it from the metal collar at the hilt to the very tip. The proper care of a Japanese sword is an act of respect for one's ancestors, as well as a means of sharpening the mind. It must be done with exquisite care, no matter how tired one may be. As I finish, Asuka and my other friends arrive. After exchanging morning greetings, she begins a lively conversation. Through the rigorous training that shortly follows, Asuka never once loses her bright and cheerful expression. In all honesty, her strength of will surprises me. No matter the pain or difficulty she faces, she greets it all with a smile. That is no mean feat, however it might sound. As class representative, I take great pains to keep my classmates organized, but Asuka seems to accomplish the same task without even thinking about it, and always with her trademark cheerfulness. It causes me to wonder if, perhaps, she might not be a better fit to lead the class than I. As I lose myself in my thoughts, Master Kiryu walks into the classroom. Today's lesson will involve genealogy. Predictably, Katsuragi raises her voice to complain. Family trees, is there really time for that? We gotta train, don't we? Master lets out a sigh. Don't be hasty, breaks are also a crucial aspect of training. Katsuragi reluctantly gives assent, and Hibari decides to speak. So what will we be doing with genealogy? You'll be making a shinobi family tree. See if you have any shinobi ancestors and learn what you might have inherited from them. That's what I want you to discover. But how far back should we go? Asuka raised their hand. From the early shinobi up to yourself. Okay, got it. With that, Asuka leans forward and quickly puts pencil to paper. Just as quickly, she puts her pencil down and smiles jubilantly. Okay, I'm done. It's a family tree of 3 generations, her grandfather, mother, and herself. Her grandfather, Hanzo, is a famous shinobi. My mother's a shinobi like my grandpa. My father's a civilian, so he wasn't completely happy with me becoming a shinobi, but I want to be a strong one like grandpa. Katsuragi and Yagyu both write in silence. I've got too many to count. This sucks. Hibari moans in a typically childish fashion. She comes from a long line of shinobi. Given the sheer number of ancestors, I imagine it would be difficult to write them all down. What's wrong, Karuga? You're not writing, Master Kiryu says, peering intently at my hand. I've stopped working just when my family tree is almost finished. My apologies, I'll continue immediately. When I think of my family, my thoughts invariably drift to my older brother. He is studying business management, following in the footsteps of father. In truth, however, he wished to become a shinobi. I finished the family tree by writing my own name. It's simply a straight line from the head of the family to me. My brother's name is not included. My name is where his would have been. This has not made it any less of a burden to bear, and my eyes begin to well. What's wrong, Karuga? Asuka has noticed my predicament. Oh, it's nothing. I force a smile. In such situations, I can smile with little effort. Lunchtime. There's a pleasant breeze, so we decide to eat outside. We spread a mat underneath the tree and set up a picnic. Yagyu immediately begins eating her dried squid. Dried squid again? Do not make light of dried squid. As I listen to Hibari and Yagyu's exchange, I spread out a multi-course meal. Oh, look what I've gone and done. I realize I haven't yet set out the tea. I always make sure to have Japanese tea alongside the meal. I'll be right back. I go to retrieve the Japanese tea set from the ninja room. When I get there, I sense a presence. Who's there? I take a shuriken in hand, and moments later, a man stumbles out before me. Whoa, settle down. It's my brother. His hair is unkempt, his skin sickly pale. In the short time since I last saw him, he's come to look very unhealthy. Long time no see, little sis. He holds Hien in his hand. Murasame, what are you doing with Hien? What am I doing? What indeed? A cynical smile dances on his face as he speaks. This belongs to me. I'll do with it what I want. You're mistaken. Father and mother gave that to... That's as far as I get before I close my mouth. Father and mother. How dare you be so impudent? His eyes darken with hatred. I find myself unable to meet his gaze. Yes, that's right. I wasn't given Hien, but this sword is a family heirloom, and has no business in the hands of an outsider to the bloodline. His words cut me to the bone. He's right. Of course he is. I'm not father and mother's child by birth. I was adopted to succeed them in the path of the shinobi. Hien was supposed to. It really was supposed to. He glares at me, grinding his teeth in anger. On the surface, a wealthy financial group. Beneath, shinobi. That is my family. Father had one child, and he tried to send him down the path of the shinobi. Indeed, my brother had even wanted it. But Murasame failed the Hanzo entrance exam. Fortunately, he had no aptitude as a shinobi. You. If only you weren't around, he held Hien in his hand. When Father heard of a distant relative who was unusually fleet of foot, he was quick to begin adoption proceedings. Perhaps if I weren't around, Father wouldn't have considered adoption, and Murasame wouldn't have been hurt. Thus my sorrow when looking at my family tree. It doesn't have my brother's name, as it ought. Instead, there is my name, which doesn't belong. I am deeply sorry for the pain this has caused him. If it would help, I would prostrate myself before him and apologize any number of times. But the passing down of Hien is another matter. Mother and father expressly told me, do not give Hien to anyone else. I'm sorry. Please return Hien to me. My voice is lined with frost. If you want it, then take it. Hien is already in my hand before Murasame can finish his boastful command. He shakes his head in confusion and gapes as he realizes what just transpired. Shit. His face bright red, he draws a chain sickle from his inside pocket. He begins swinging the weighted end of the chain. Murasame, please, stop this. When I was in elementary school, I placed 6th in the local chain sickle tournament. The weighted chain flies out and wraps around my body. There, how's that? Now you can't even move. Murasame, I'm over here. What my brother had mistaken for me was actually an afterimage left behind by my swift movement. Please take care. I pull a rope that hangs from the ceiling. The floorboards beneath Murasame drop open. He falls. This very simple trap will lead him directly to the shopping district. Even he should have no trouble finding his way home from there. I hear a curse from the bottom of the hole. I pull the rope a second time. The floorboards close, reverting to their normal pattern. I clench Hien tightly in my hand. A weighty wetness builds along my eyes. Karuga! I blink at the sound of Asuka's voice. What's wrong? You've been gone a while. Oh, it's nothing. Now back outside, shall we? I surreptitiously wipe the tears before they can even fall, so as not to be noticed. Oh, hold on. Before we go back, please take a look at this. She's brought out a family tree from her desk. Ah. It's not simply a family tree. It includes everyone in the shinobi class all lined up, like a family. Myself as the mother, Katsuragi as the father, then Asuka, Yagu, and Hibari as the children. The 5 of us are basically a family, so I decided to write that up. I stare at the family tree as my vision blurs once again. It's okay to have my name listed here. In my shinobi class, I have another family. The tears fled generously down my cheeks. What? Karuga, what's wrong? Why are you crying? I no longer feel the need to hide my tears. Did something make you sad? Asuka looks quite flustered. I'm not sad at all. I make no move to wipe my face. Instead, I smile broadly. I'm crying because I'm happy. Thank you, Asuka. At my expression of gratitude, Asuka simply stares in bewilderment. Today's training sure took a lot out of me again. But I can't complain, I've got to get stronger. I finished already? Homura. Why do we have to fight Hibijo? Is there any way not to? A camouflage barrier. I can sense 1, 2, quite a few enemies. Now, no one will interrupt us. Homura! Just shut up and give me the super secret ninja art scroll. That is, unless you want the entire student body slaughtered. You'd really drag innocence into this? Why would you do something so awful? Awful. Isn't it obvious? Shinobi are awful by nature. No, that's not the path of the shinobi. Alright then, why don't you explain it to me? It's... well, I don't really understand it either. Not yet. But even if I don't know right now, I'll learn enough to tell you someday. You'll tell me nothing. You're not walking away from here alive. You sensed it earlier, didn't you? I'm not here alone. What do I do? What am I supposed to do? Asuka. That's not very fair now, is it? One shinobi versus a whole mob? You guys, you came. Alright, let's do this. Oh, we're gonna kick some ass. Time to stop being emotional and time to start being ass-kictional. That's a real word, I made it up. Eliminate all evil shinobi. Oh, playing as a Kagura, okay. Oh, this is a new type of enemy. Also, I've changed a bit of the costumes around. I'm not sticking with defaults for too long, because I mean, I've played like a dozen of these games already. So I mean, we've seen them all a million times, so I'm just gonna go fucking crazy with costumes and do whatever I want. Also, I have been playing a bit today, because I was cleaning up the secret scroll things, as well as, you know, just general practice. So there's a trophy for getting like 10 A ranks, so I'm like, I have at least that many missions unlocked. Oh, there's one right now. That's one fewer I have to get later, but as I said, during LP recording I won't be bothering looking for them. It's an excuse to do some replaying. It's not like it takes long anyway. Also, I'm not nearly as tired today, so this won't be nearly as hard to watch, I promise. Is that another one right there? Look at this. Maybe I'll just get them all. If I can fight my way over there. There we go. There was a mission with Tabari in this stage that had the secret scrolls, and they were all like along the outside of the track. So there's quite a bit of running around to get all of them. But I see that is not the case this time. There we go. Get a whole bunch lined up. That was actually the first time I used that move, even though I was playing as her, but I only used the square one. Oh, there's a big fucking bear person. Fuck yeah, I want to fight the bear person. I don't think I'm quite up to the level of doing the rush thing 5 times though. Oh, never mind, I just fucking lied. I guess like you can just do that as early as you want. Oh, I was trying to go for the parry. Let's I think this is a good spot. Oh, that third one was just gonna get caught up in it, even though they weren't in the initial strike. All part of the plan. Yeah, I like that parry. I have to do 100 of those for the trophy. I don't think I'm over 10 yet. I was doing no fucking parrying last time I played, because like I said, I was like super fucking tired. I was doing a really bad job at everything. But yeah, so yeah, it wasn't low-level characters, it was just me sucking at video games. Now I've gotten back in the groove and I've got a couple minutes under my belt. Should be back to normal. And I can start breezing through these levels a bit faster. We can get straight back to the visual novel aspect. What we all came here for. Homura! You guys aren't half bad. How about a one-on-one match this time? Bijou versus Hanzo. One-on-one? Yeah, you and me, of course. Fine, let's do it. Someplace with a little more space. That way you won't have to worry about your precious innocence. Where do you have in mind then? First, read this. A letter. It has all the places they want us to go. Guess we're really doing this now. Oh, that was just both of them. Oh yeah, I also turned the difficulty down. That's another reason why I'm doing better. Forgot to mention that. Where are you? I came as requested. Oh, this is their first time seeing Yomi. Well, if it isn't the princess, I must apologize for the meager accommodations. I suppose you must. No need to be so tense. This isn't a trap after all. I'm sure it's not. By the way, what a lovely outfit. It's very pretty. Do your parents buy those for you? Oh no, we broke the story a bit because I changed. Well, I mean, it is a nice outfit. Normally she's just wearing the Hanzo uniform, I think. What are you trying to say? I'm sure you grew up with no end of love and affection. All cuddles and kisses and hugs and so on. Never wanting for anything. Even if I had, what does it matter? Just make whatever point you're driving at. I'm so sorry to inconvenience you, but you came here to die, princess. It's a shame for you to meet your fate in this lonely quarry, but the school's order is absolute. Understood. In that case, for justice's sake, I will not abide you. Maybe I'll go frantic this time. Sacrifice that D for that A, if you know what I mean. I mean sacrifice defense for attack. In case you actually didn't know what I meant. Oh yeah, I forgot she has that fucking thing in this mode, where her triangle is like a back step followed by a forward slash. That can be kind of hard to work with. I mean, if the group is big enough, you can usually use it. Oh, I got another top secret file by accident. See, look at that. It's step back and then like a charge forward slash. It can be a little hard to predict. Alright, let's move on. Why doesn't everyone just get up and get all... Oh no, you're long range guys. You're not going to get around me. Oh, these ones are. Yeah, wait, yeah, they are. I was hoping that everyone would get around me so I could do my burst. This one's just running into a wall. They're trying. They're doing their best. Ow! I like backstepped into a shot. What are you doing? They're fighting ranged enemies and this is fucking awful. Like, if they're not being annoying, they're being stupid. That's the two modes of ranged enemies. Oh, there's not going to be a group. There are some subtitles there, as if someone was doing an intro. It is pointless to continue fighting. What makes you say that? Because I've no desire to kill you. Is that so? I greatly appreciate your concern. Unfortunately, I do have to kill you. Why? If I have to say, it's because you're a princess. Princesses deserve only death. Don't play games with me. That is not a worthy reason. Alright, Xiaomi. With her huge... She's the big sword girl. Alright, so I do want lock in this. Those first couple hits missed. Oh, she's already transforming. I must be kicking some real ass if you need to do that already. Go ahead. I don't think I need to. Oh yeah, I changed her colors. Those are not our default colors, but we've seen them 100 times. It's like it's the same color as her hat there. Ooh, ow! Was that it? Just one hit? Jesus. Alright, I think we need to take another swing at that. Alright, things are going to be a little differently this time. Ow! Your attacks are so big. Ow! Stop! So, instead of going frantic this time, since I obviously cannot sacrifice any of that defense, I'm going to play it safe. Play it regular type. And I'll transform when I feel like I need it, just like they do. So to hit that halfway, and of course it's... We don't have to see it again. We saw it once before. Now I'm gonna transform. I'm gonna do a burst. Get the extra. I think burst puts up your attack? I don't know. Oh, she's taking the hits though. Yeah, it's going a little differently this time. She had that one really big attack that really messed me up. And she did not even get that one attack this time. I was gonna do some special moves and shit. Because last time she used a oh, I never realized that her little infinity thing on her head was actually a little snake. That's cool. Anyway, she had that one big attack that really ruined my day. This time I got many attacks that ruined hers, and she didn't get to hit me once. So that's... Things went significantly different this time. What is the meaning of this? I struck you down, yet you seem unfazed. Elegant though your strikes may be, they can't harm me. Oh, but this is the perfect time to stop. I declare this mission a success. Huh? And so, farewell. I don't know if it's foie gras or truffles that you eat, but you do enjoy your little rest regardless. Sorry, that was just a weird sentence. What a weird thing to say. Wait, you said you had to kill me to complete your mission. What is the meaning of this? Those who sneer at bean sprouts will one day choke on bean sprouts. That is the meaning of this. What does she mean? That's a good fucking question, isn't it? Okay then, who am I fighting? Whoa! Oh, is it my favorite? Yeah, it's my fucking favorite. Figured it'd be you. Yup. You look like you're still sharp. This ought to be a good fight. A good fight? Yeah. Fighting someone tough like you gets my blood pumping. Why is that? What's with you? You seem like you're not into this. I've been training ever since we met, and it's not gonna end the same way this time. Okay. See you later. Wait, what? You don't get to call me out here and then run off. Kage's totally not interested. What a great character. Oh, look at all these new enemy models we're seeing this time around. So it seems to me, and I'm not super sure, but I think, because like I said, I think there's at least 2 Senran Kagura games I haven't played. This being a remake of one of those, maybe 3. But I think the second season of the anime is tells the story of the mobile game, which name escapes me because it's a mobile game, so who cares? It's not even in English, so double who cares. But the reason I mention that is because I'm like 2 episodes away from the end, and the anime's fine. I mean, for a show that's based on literally just boobies and fighting, it definitely has an abundance of boobies. It delivers on that, but it's got that like typical amount of action, where it's like every now and then you get a well animated scene, like you see a bit of the budget shine through. Unless the last 2 episodes is an incredible finale with a lot of awesome fights. It's a 7 so far for me. How's that? After you beat me, I trained like crazy. Now come on, let's get to it. Why should I? Why? Because I want to make sure I really did get stronger. Then anyone will do for that. But it wouldn't mean anything. Why not? There's plenty of ways to find out if you're strong. Look, if I don't fight you, I'm never gonna be satisfied. You're like a challenge, you feel me? Nope, not even a little. Okay, whatever. I'll just let my fist do the explaining. For just's sake, I will